Chumlee from Pawn Stars, a familiar face to fans, recently shocked the world when he collapsed in court after hearing his sentence. This incident not only rocked the Pawn Stars fan community, but also raised questions about the life and challenges Chumlee has faced. Today, we'll look back at the tense moments in the courtroom and explore the changes in his life from Pawn Stars to now. In this video, we'll analyze the events surrounding this incident, from the reasons Chumlee faced punishment to the notable changes in his life over the years. Don't take your eyes off the screen. Join us to uncover fascinating stories and mysteries, along with the challenges and unique aspects he's faced in his life. You'll be amazed by what we're about to reveal. If you want to learn more, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to catch the next video. Austin Chumlee Russell, the star of Pawn Stars, has become an irreplaceable part of television fans' hearts. With his humor, approachable demeanor, and unique personality, Chumlee has won the hearts of millions of viewers worldwide for over a decade. However, after becoming a beloved TV star, his life took a sudden turn when he faced intense legal challenges, marking an entirely new chapter in his life. Throughout his time on Pawn Stars, Chumlee stood out not only for his humorous lines and funny situations, but also for establishing himself as a knowledgeable collector. One of his memorable moments was when he bought a professional pinball machine, a bold move that left the team stunned and fans amazed. However, behind the image of the clown in the shop, Chumlee quietly proved his worth in the collectibles industry, earning the respect of his colleagues and the audience. Chumlee is not only known through television but also through successful business ventures. He has built a strong personal brand with clothing lines, a candy brand, and live talk shows. These projects have brought him millions of dollars, a significant portion of which helped support him through the unexpected legal challenges he faced. However, despite his tremendous success, he couldn't escape personal struggles. As Pawn Stars became a global phenomenon, Chumlee entered a new phase in his career. Despite his fame and success, he still faced an inner battle that few knew about. Fame makes you think you're invincible, but in reality, I just wanted to find peace in life, Chumlee shared. Personal challenges, stress, and unexpected legal issues forced him to confront an entirely different reality, one that no one could have prepared for. Recently, Chumlee faced the darkest moment of his life when he appeared in the courtroom. The atmosphere became tense as the judge delivered the final verdict. Upon hearing the announcement, Chumlee seemed unable to accept the reality, collapsing and sinking into thought. The scene left everyone in the courtroom stunned, and the air grew heavy. This dramatic moment between a famous star and the justice system, with details never before revealed, will keep you on the edge of your seat. Despite facing countless challenges, Chumlee has maintained the love and support of his fans. He has forged a special bond with the audience through his sincerity and one-of-a-kind personality. Although no longer frequently appearing on screen, Chumlee remains an integral part of Pawn Stars, and his story will always be remembered as a testament to following passions, overcoming challenges, and navigating life's hardships. Chumlee, whose real name is Austin Russell, became a public sensation thanks to his humor and down-to-earth personality on Pawn Stars. However, as Pawn Stars reached its peak and Chumlee became a star, his life completely transformed. From a humble pawn shop employee, he transitioned into a lavish lifestyle. owning expensive sports cars, a luxurious mansion, and an impressive collection of sneakers and jewelry that astonished many. His extravagant shopping trips and lively parties, shared on social media, quickly garnered millions of views, creating a stark contrast between his modest beginnings and his glamorous public image. Chumlee became famous not only for his funny moments on Pawn Stars, but also for the strong development of his personal brand. He opened a Chumlee candy store in Las Vegas and released behind-the-scenes merchandise that was warmly received by fans. However, fame also came with increasing pressure, and Chumlee struggled to balance his public image with his personal life. He shared, "Fame makes you think you're invincible, but in reality, I just want to live a normal life." In March 2016, Chumlee's life began to unravel when police raided his home in Las Vegas as part of an investigation related to sexual assault allegations. However, what shocked the public was not the nature of the initial investigation, but what was discovered during the search, including weapons and illegal substances. This news quickly became a hot topic on social media, causing many to reconsider their view of the beloved TV star. Although he always appeared cheerful and innocent on Pawn Stars, Chumlee's real life was completely different. Social media erupted when a fan shared, "Chumlee is always happy on TV, but in real life, he's a totally different person." This stark contrast between Chumlee's public image and his personal life left the public shocked and questioning the future of the star as well as the Pawn Stars show. After the search, prosecutors officially filed multiple felony charges against Chumlee, including possession of firearms and drugs, actions that could have dangerous consequences. If convicted, Chumlee could face up to 20 years in prison. In addition to the legal shock, these charges also severely threatened the public image Chumlee had spent years building. The case caused a wave of shock in the fan community, leaving many wondering if the TV star could overcome this challenge and rebuild his life. The events in Chumlee's life have not only made the public question his future, but also the future of Pawn Stars. This incident became a shocking story, as a TV star faced major challenges, both legally and personally. While Chumlee remains a beloved figure on screen, whether he can overcome these difficulties and continue his career remains an open question. Austin Chumlee Russell, the famous star of Pawn Stars, faced one of the darkest moments of his life as his career was seriously threatened. Widely known for his humorous moments on television, Chumlee is now confronted with serious allegations that could completely alter the image he has built over the years. Chumlee's case began when police raided his home in Las Vegas in March 2016 as part of an investigation into sexual assault allegations. However, what shocked the public was not the nature of the initial investigation, but what was discovered during the search, including weapons, drugs, and related items. These findings quickly became a hot topic on social media, leading many to question the contrast between Chumlee's public image and his real-life situation. Witnessing Chumlee's story, we can see the dangers and temptations of substances that can lead to unforeseen consequences for artists. What are your thoughts on the story? Let us know in the comments. If you have a different perspective, don't hesitate to share with us. Want to learn more about another story? Just let us know. The shift in Chumlee's image created a shockwave, not just due to the legal allegations, but also because of the stark contrast between the man viewers knew on Pawn Stars and his real-life persona. The public was forced to face an undeniable reality. Chumlee wasn't always the friendly, lovable figure they saw on screen. Social media posts, interviews, and discussions about the case have led many fans to reconsider their view of this TV star. The prosecutor in the trial emphasized the seriousness of the case by detailing the weapons and controlled substances found by the police. Chumlee was accused of possessing firearms and illegal substances that could pose a danger. Legal experts predict that if convicted, he could face up to 20 years in prison. Although Chumlee's lawyer attempted to defend him by asserting that he had no criminal record and no intent to cause harm, the situation remains very serious. The trial grew increasingly tense as plea negotiations were opened, with the threat not only to Chumlee's personal freedom, but also to his career. Discussions between the lawyers on both sides were intense, weighing every possible solution. Despite Chumlee's long and successful career in the entertainment industry, his public image was at risk of being completely destroyed if convicted. Chumlee's career has been closely tied to Pawn Stars, a reality TV show that attracted millions of viewers. He was beloved for his friendliness and humor. However, the truth behind his public image has caused significant disappointment for his fans. Personal and legal crises are pushing Chumlee to a crucial turning point in both his life and career. This case is not only a legal battle, but also a reminder of the fragility of public image and the truth behind the screen. Chumlee has become a testament to how the personal lives and careers of TV stars can change quickly, and sometimes fame cannot hide the darker aspects of their lives. The future of Chumlee and Pawn Stars remains uncertain, and the public is still waiting to see if he can overcome this challenge. On the final day of the trial, the courtroom was packed with people, some fans holding signs supporting Chumlee, while others wore Pawn Stars logo shirts. The atmosphere was both lively and tense, reflecting the deep public interest in the case. Judge Michael Davidson presided over the sentencing, and as Chumlee stood at the defendant's podium, preparing to hear the final verdict, the air in the room became thick with tension. Every sound was clear, including the rustling of papers from the court clerk. Chumlee agreed to a plea deal with the prosecution, pleading guilty to one charge related to firearms and a lesser charge of possessing controlled substances, while other charges were dropped. Judge Davidson carefully considered the mitigating factors and troubling behavior in the case file. Although Chumlee admitted his guilt, the judge emphasized the seriousness of possessing unregistered firearms and controlled substances, which posed a significant risk to the community. The judge announced that Chumlee would be sentenced to 3 years of probation with strict conditions, including close monitoring, counseling, regular drug testing, and 200 hours of community service. The judge also ordered the permanent forfeiture of all items seized during the investigation. However, what surprised the court was the strict condition that if Chumlee violated any terms of his probation, he would be immediately sentenced to 3 years in prison without a retrial. The judge pronounced the sentence in a stern voice. "Mr. Russell, I am sentencing you to 3 years of strict probation, and any violation will result in immediate incarceration for 3 years. It was a moment like a heavy blow to Chumlee, a huge shock after months of turmoil and the looming prospect of a lengthy prison sentence. As the judge continued reading the terms of the sentence, Chumlee's suppressed emotions suddenly surged. Sweat began to bead on his forehead, and his voice grew distant, drowned out by the chaotic sounds racing through his mind. Chumlee suddenly stumbled and collapsed on the spot. His lawyer quickly reacted, trying to keep him calm, but it was too late. The reality TV star, known for his humorous style, now lay motionless in front of everyone. Security staff intervened immediately, while the sound of his labored breathing echoed through the courtroom. Medical personnel were called in right away. One rushed to bring water, while another cleared the path to create space. Photographers captured the tense moment, and images of Chumlee unconscious in court quickly became headlines in entertainment news. Chumlee's friend, Lee, who had once brought laughter to millions of viewers, now watches as his friend faces serious consequences from past actions. Chumlee's life and career stand at a major crossroads, with many unanswered questions about his future and that of Pawn Stars. This situation is not just a legal shock, but also a stark reminder of the conflict between public image and the personal lives of reality TV stars. Austin Chumlee Russell's legal crisis reached its peak in court, as he faced serious charges and witnessed his collapse right at the seat of justice. The atmosphere in the courtroom was tense as the final verdict was delivered. After pleading guilty and being sentenced to 3 years of strict probation, Chumlee completely broke down, collapsing on the spot, leaving everyone in the courtroom stunned. The scene quickly became headlines across entertainment news. After the incident, fans and colleagues of Chumlee were understandably concerned. Rick Harrison, his longtime friend and colleague, was seen visiting Chumlee in the days following the event. On social media, hashtags like #HashChumleeMan and #GaddenPawn quickly spread, creating a powerful wave of support for Chumlee. 3 days later, despite still being shaken, Chumlee's familiar smile returned in a video statement recorded at his home. In the video, he openly addressed what had happened and admitted to his past mistakes, showing a man facing up to himself. "Facing the consequences of my actions is something that scares me deeply," Chumlee shared in the video. "I need to make better choices, and I know the doctor was right." These heartfelt confessions marked a significant shift in Chumlee's public image. He was no longer the carefree or naive figure on screen, but a grown man learning how to face his mistakes and seek redemption. Chumlee also admitted that fame and the life of a public figure had clouded his judgment, and he had made mistakes that could cost him everything. Chumlee also shared that he is focusing on recovery and making the right choices in life. "The show has been my family for many years, and I hope one day to make them proud," he said. While there has been no official announcement about his return to Pawn Stars, signs suggest that the History Channel may be leaving the door open for him after his recovery. Chumlee is currently focused on complying with the court's requirements and working on legitimate projects. This change is not only a turning point in Chumlee's career, but also a new opportunity for him. His story has now become an inspiration, reminding us that while fame doesn't cause mistakes, the way we rise after falling truly defines who we are. Chumlee's return, if it happens, will be the result of a journey full of determination and sincerity, with strong support from his fans. So, we've explored the tense events surrounding Chumlee and the court case where he collapsed after hearing his sentence. This story has not only been shocking, but also serves as a lesson about the challenges stars face beyond the spotlight. Chumlee has gone through many changes, and his life hasn't always been easy. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any other inspiring stories. Share your thoughts in the comments, and remember to hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.